Before you even blink, picture this. The universe is far bigger than we've ever been told. It's not just our world. No, there's a cosmic secret, a truth so powerful it could shatter everything we thought we knew, and it's been waiting for us to open our eyes. The message. You are not the only children of God. You're not the only creation. A whisper from the heavens, echoing across the galaxies, revealing a shocking, life-altering reality that changes everything. Are you ready to hear it? Why does this cosmic truth shatter everything you thought you knew? What if the universe is filled with other beings, created by the same divine force that breathed life into us? What if the answer to humanity's deepest questions about God and salvation lies not just here on Earth, but across countless planets? What's been kept from us all this time? Could there be more to the story than we ever imagined? In this video, you will uncover the divine revelation that stretches beyond our world. You will learn about God's infinite creativity, a reality where humanity isn't just a single creation, but one of many, one chapter in a vast cosmic story. You will dive deep into how this revelation connects directly with the scriptures, the mystery of creation, and the very essence of what it means to be made in God's image. Does it redefine our place in the cosmos, or does it simply magnify the greatness of God's plan? Can you feel the weight of that truth? Imagine a universe where every soul, every being, carries the imprint of God's divine nature. No longer bound by our limited view of the world, this cosmic revelation offers a healing truth. The universe isn't a lonely place. You're part of something bigger than you ever believed, and that's a reason to celebrate, not fear. God's creativity knows no boundaries. The heavens are filled with His glory, and now you'll see how His creation transcends our wildest imaginations. But here's the thing. What does this mean for you? Are you ready to embrace a new, boundless view of God's plan? How will this truth change the way you see salvation, life, and the divine? Stay with me, because what comes next is going to change everything. And for those of you truly seeking, hit that like button, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments. The truth we're exploring today is for everyone, because when God speaks, we all listen. The unanswered question: what is the true nature of God's creation? Imagine for a moment that the vast heavens are not silent, as we've been taught. What if they are alive with the song of life? Each twinkling star, each galaxy, isn't just a ball of gas, but a testament to the infinite creativity of God. A divine symphony stretching across light years, a place where life isn't just a fluke, but a purposeful act of creation. Now take a deep breath, because what if this isn't just about Earth? What if God, in His infinite wisdom, has populated the stars with countless civilizations, each created in His image, each holding a fragment of His eternal love? The Bible is full of stories that tell us of God's immense power, how He created the heavens and the earth, the animals, the plants, and mankind. But what if we've been looking at only a part of the story? What if the answer to our deepest question, are we alone, isn't a mystery at all, but a truth that's been there all along? A truth that shatters everything we once believed. God didn't just make us, He made everything and everyone. Let's rewind for a moment. Think about when you were a child, staring up at the night sky, wondering if there was anyone else out there. That burning question that kept you awake at night. Am I the only one here? Now, with the stunning revelation that we are not alone, the weight of that question is lifted. You are not a singular creation. You are part of a greater, divine plan. God, in His infinite mercy, has crafted countless worlds, all inhabited by His children. This truth isn't just mind-blowing, it's healing, liberating. It's a divine truth that will open your heart to the endless possibilities of life. But here's the question: how will this change your relationship with God? Will you see him as a creator of limitless grace, a being whose creativity spans the entire cosmos? Or will this new reality force you to reevaluate everything you thought you knew about God's love and purpose? There's beauty in the unknown, and perhaps in the face of this new revelation, the greatest lesson of all is this: we are part of a family much larger than we imagined. And why does this matter? Because in this newly expanded reality, you begin to see your own life, your own existence, in a different light. God's love for you was never limited by the boundaries of earth. It was never meant to be confined to one world, and now the universe, with its infinite possibilities, is suddenly a playground where God's love is poured out on all his creations. We are not just creations, we are children of God. This truth should fill you with wonder. It should fill your heart with the kind of hope and joy that can only come from knowing that God's love knows no bounds. But let's take this even further. What about the creatures on other worlds, the ones created by God in his own image? What if they too are struggling with questions of purpose, existence, and the divine? Does God's love extend to them as well? And if so, does it make his love for us any less special? The beauty of this revelation is that we don't know. What we do know is that God's love for us and for all his children is boundless. His love isn't just for Earth, it's for the cosmos. And that's where the healing begins. For centuries, humanity has struggled with feelings of isolation, wondering if we are truly loved by God, if we have a place in his grand design. But this new revelation is like a balm for the soul. It heals that deep-seated fear, that nagging question of whether we are truly special in his eyes. In the face of this divine truth, let's not forget the lessons of the Bible. God created man in his own image, but that doesn't mean we're the only ones. It means we were made to reflect his love, to reflect his eternal light. The book of Genesis speaks of a God who saw all he had made and declared it good. But when you stand on the edge of this new revelation, you begin to wonder, just how much more good could there be? How much more beauty, more creativity, more light is out there? And what part do we play in it? The answer, my friends, is that we are called to embrace this new truth. This is not a challenge to our existence, but an invitation to see the infinite beauty of God's love spread across the stars. His creation is not confined to earth, and neither is his love. The discovery that we are not alone is not a blow to our ego. It's an opportunity to see God as the creator of all that is good, not just here on earth, but everywhere. The new worldview, reconciling faith with the cosmic reality. So now, let's shift gears. What does this mean for us? For centuries, we've viewed our faith through a very narrow lens, the belief that humanity was the center of God's plan. That belief has worked for a long time, but the revelation that we are not alone forces us to reconsider. How do we reconcile this new truth with our faith? How do we see ourselves in light of a divinely populated cosmos? The answer lies in the bigger picture. If God is the creator of everything, then he created us for a purpose, one that extends beyond the bounds of our earth. And if he created life elsewhere, it's a testament to his infinite creativity. This isn't a diminishing of our place in his plan, it's a magnification. It's a chance for us to see that we are part of something bigger than we ever imagined. This new reality challenges us to see the universe not as a vast empty space, but as a canvas for God's eternal creativity. And as his children, we are invited to embrace that cosmic reality. And let's talk about the beauty of God's love for a moment. God's love isn't just a local phenomenon. It extends beyond Earth, beyond the stars, beyond anything we've ever been able to imagine, and that's healing. For centuries, we've been told that our value comes from being special. But what if our value comes from being loved by a God who made us all, from all walks of life, from all corners of the universe? This is the ultimate truth. We are valuable because we are loved by the Creator of all things. This should fill us with an unshakable sense of hope, because as God's children, we are part of something much bigger. This understanding opens up a new chapter in our spiritual lives, one where we embrace the vastness of God's love, stretching across every star, every planet, every life. And if you're wondering where your place is in all of this, take comfort. Your place is right where God has placed you. And as you look to the stars, remember, you are part of the cosmic family, a beloved child of God. Now, take a moment and let that truth sink in. You are part of something bigger. You are part of a divine plan that stretches across the universe, a plan that includes countless other beings, all created in the image of God. This isn't just a truth, it's a healing balm for the soul. It's a reason to celebrate. God's love is infinite, and it's big enough to encompass all of us. And so we must ask ourselves, how will this truth change us? How will we move forward, knowing that God's love doesn't stop at earth? This is a question we must wrestle with, but it's also a question that holds great potential. Because when we understand the vastness of God's love, we open ourselves to a life of endless possibilities. So as you ponder this divine truth, remember, you are not alone, and you are deeply loved. The universe, with all its wonders, is a testament to the infinite creativity of our Creator. And that, my friends, is something worth celebrating. God's love knows no bounds. The problem of evil. In a cosmic context, how do we understand suffering across the universe? As humanity steps into this new reality, where we are no longer the only children of God, we are confronted with a new question, one that has plagued us for millennia. How do we reconcile the existence of evil and suffering with the existence of a good, all-powerful God? It's one thing to grapple with the suffering on our small planet, but what if suffering is not exclusive to Earth? What if, across countless planets, intelligent beings are facing their own battles with evil, pain, and loss? What if the problem of evil is a universal constant stretching across the stars? This revelation forces us to look at God's nature in a way we've never had to before. If other worlds are inhabited, if they too are made in God's image, then do they also face suffering? Do they have their own stories of loss, temptation, and tragedy? What if the angels we read about, the fallen ones, are not just spiritual beings, but reflections of a cosmic battle played out across the universe? And if God has allowed suffering on Earth, could it be the same on other worlds? Think about the implications of this question for a moment. It's one thing to wrestle with the struggles of humanity. It's another to imagine the same struggles occurring across an infinite number of worlds. Imagine the burden this knowledge places on the heart. But here's the beauty of the truth we've been given. Suffering is not the end of the story. Just as we've seen in our own lives, the story of pain is often intertwined with the story of healing. What if the very suffering we experience, whether here on Earth or in the far reaches of space, is part of a greater plan? A plan where every hurt is met with a divine response, where every battle with evil is a step toward a greater good. Just as God has provided redemption for us, could He be working out redemption across the entire cosmos, offering healing to every world, to every life? This new perspective doesn't diminish the importance of our pain, it magnifies the incredible power of God's love. His grace is big enough to encompass all the suffering in the universe. Just as Jesus' sacrifice on earth offers redemption to all of humanity, Could his sacrifice also resonate through the cosmos, offering healing to countless beings? What if this divine plan isn't limited to us, but stretches across the stars, embracing every child of God, no matter where they reside? It's a humbling thought, and yet in that humbling realization, we find hope. The same God who has seen us through our darkest moments is the same God who watches over every living being across the cosmos. His power is unfathomable, his love uncontainable. No matter the world, no matter the struggle, his divine grace is at work, bringing healing and redemption. As you reflect on this, ask yourself, how does this new perspective change the way you see your own pain? If suffering exists across the universe, then perhaps it's not something to fear. It's a sign of God's involvement, a sign that He is working to bring healing and hope to all His creation. And that should bring peace to your heart, knowing that no matter where you are in this vast, infinite universe, you are never alone in your suffering. Jesus Christ and the cosmic reach of redemption. Does Christ's sacrifice extend beyond earth? Now, the most pressing question: how does Jesus fit into this new cosmic reality? If we've been told that life exists on countless planets, if God is the creator of all worlds, how do we understand the significance of Jesus' sacrifice on earth? Was Christ's death on the cross truly enough to redeem all of creation, not just humanity, but all the beings across the cosmos? This is the moment where faith and theology collide with the reality of the universe. Let's not shy away from the magnitude of this question. Is Jesus' sacrifice universal? Is his death on the cross, his resurrection, a cosmic event with ripples that stretch through every corner of the universe? Or was his mission here confined to the redemption of human souls on earth? One possible answer is this: Christ's sacrifice is both singular and universal. It is singular in that it occurred once on this small planet in a time and place we call history, but it is also universal in its reach, for Christ is not just the Savior of humanity, He is the Savior of all creation. This is the radical, earth-shattering truth of the gospel. In John 12:32, Jesus says, "And I, when I am lifted up from the earth, will draw all people to myself." But in light of this new cosmic reality, could it be that this all people extends beyond human beings? Could it include all living beings throughout the universe? Think about the significance of this for a moment. If Christ's death and resurrection are truly universal, if they have the power to redeem all of God's creation, then no world, no being is beyond His reach. Every world that suffers, every world that falls, has the hope of redemption through Christ. His sacrifice wasn't just for us. It was for every being, on every planet, in every corner of the cosmos. This is the greatest mystery and the greatest hope of the Christian faith. Christ didn't just die for human beings. He died for the whole universe. His blood was shed not just for Earth, but for the stars, the galaxies, and every living creature that inhabits them. It's a divine paradox. His sacrifice is timeless and boundless. The implications of this truth are staggering. What does it mean for us, as humanity, to be part of this vast cosmic family? How should we live, knowing that Christ's redemption extends far beyond our planet? Shouldn't it inspire us to live with a deeper sense of purpose, a greater sense of responsibility to all creation? If Christ died for the entire cosmos, then how can we live as if we are the center of God's plan? Let this truth sink in. You are part of something bigger than you ever imagined. The gospel is not just for us. It's for all of creation, and that includes every living being across the universe. Christ's sacrifice is the key that opens the door to salvation, not just for Earth, but for the entire cosmos. In this moment, remember, you are not alone. Christ's love and redemption reach across the stars, touching every corner of the universe. And that is a truth that should fill you with an unshakable sense of awe and peace. His love is bigger than we can comprehend, and that's a love that heals not only us, but every part of creation. The cosmic connection, understanding God's plan for redemption across the stars. When you think about redemption, what comes to mind? For many, it's the story of Jesus Christ, the Savior who died for our sins, who gave his life so that we might be healed, so that we might be saved. We are told that his sacrifice on the cross was the ultimate act of love, a love so pure, so powerful, that it echoes through all of time. But what if that love didn't stop at the borders of earth? What if Jesus' sacrifice wasn't just for humanity, but for all of creation? The idea that God's love and his redemption extend beyond our world is both humbling and inspiring. Imagine a creator whose love is so boundless, so infinite, that it reaches across the universe, touching every star, every planet, every living being. And what if that love, that redemption, is meant to heal not only humanity, but every creature he created, on every world he fashioned? The universe is a vast, expansive place, filled with unknowns, filled with mystery. And yet, God's love covers it all. It's not just us here on earth who are loved by him, it's the entire cosmos. And that is the beauty of the divine plan. Think about this for a moment. What if Christ's death wasn't just for us? What if his sacrifice was a cosmic event, rippling out across the stars, touching every life, every soul, no matter how far away they are? The New Testament tells us that Jesus' blood was shed for the forgiveness of sins, but could his sacrifice extend to every sentient being across the universe? Could he be the Savior not just of human beings, but of all life that has been created in the image of God? What does this mean for us as human beings? Does it diminish our significance to know that Christ's love extends beyond us? That there are others, other beings, who are also part of God's divine plan? The answer is no. It doesn't diminish our place in God's heart. It magnifies it. We are part of a much bigger story than we could have ever imagined, a story that stretches from one world to another, from one galaxy to another, from one life to another. Jesus' death, his resurrection, was not just for us. It was for everyone. This truth should fill us with awe. It should fill us with a deep sense of purpose and gratitude. When you think about your own life, your own journey, remember that you are not just a person. You are a part of something bigger. God's love and redemption are not limited to us. They are universal. And that means that we are all connected in ways we could never fully comprehend. The Creator's love knows no boundaries, no limits. His redemption is for the entire cosmos. But here's the most beautiful part. This doesn't take away from the special relationship we have with God. It doesn't lessen the significance of Jesus' sacrifice. It actually makes it more profound. The fact that his love extends across the universe doesn't mean we are less important. It means we are a part of a divine plan that is far greater than we could ever imagine. And that should inspire us to live differently. It should make us want to reflect that love, to share it, to spread it across the world, knowing that it's meant for all of us. And this love, this redemption is not just a theory, it's a reality. When you embrace this truth, when you truly understand that God's love is for everyone, for every being, for the entire universe, something inside of you shifts. You begin to see the world, the universe, in a completely new way. You see it through the eyes of the Creator, and you realize that every person, every being, every creature, no matter how different they may be, is part of the same divine story. We are all his children, and his love is for all of us. This cosmic connection isn't just about understanding the vastness of God's creation. It's about understanding the depth of His love. The same love that sent Jesus to the cross, the same love that defeated death, is the love that covers the universe. It's the love that gives us hope, that heals our hearts, that reminds us that we are never alone. No matter where we are in this vast, infinite universe, we are held in God's embrace. And this is where we, as human beings, find our place in God's plan. We are not just a tiny speck in the universe. We are not just one of many. We are a beloved child of God, created in His image and loved beyond measure. And the greatest gift of all is this: we are part of His redemption story. That story isn't limited to Earth. It extends to the stars. It extends to the farthest reaches of the universe. And we have been invited to be a part of it. So what does this mean for us here and now? It means that we are loved. It means that we are part of something far bigger than ourselves. It means that we are not alone. And it means that no matter where we are, God's love will always find us, will always heal us, and will always redeem us. His love is not bound by space or time. It is uncontainable, unfathomable, and eternal. And that, my friends, is the hope we hold on to. We are part of something eternal, something divine, something infinitely beautiful. Imagine standing on the edge of the vast cosmos, staring into the infinite night sky. Every star, every galaxy, every mysterious void stretching beyond what the human eye can fathom. It all suddenly makes sense. In the midst of it all, the voice of the Creator calls out to you, reminding you that you are not alone. You are a part of something greater, something so vast, so beautifully intricate, it cannot be fully understood. You were created with purpose, a purpose that extends far beyond the boundaries of Earth. The universe isn't just a backdrop. It's the stage for a divine story unfolding on a cosmic scale. But here's the thing. You were always meant to be a part of that story. You are not just a passive observer of life's trials and triumphs. You are a beloved child of God, intricately woven into His grand design. And today, in this very moment, His love is wrapping around you, pulling you into something far greater than you've ever realized. You've felt it, haven't you? That pull, that quiet whisper in your heart, telling you that there's more to life than what we can see with our eyes. You've felt the aching question, is this all there is? The truth is, there's so much more. In this world and in the cosmos beyond, the divine plan is unfolding. And you, my friend, are part of it. The universe, vast as it is full of life. Life that's as real, as complex, as filled with wonder as we are. And yet, in all of that, there is one constant: God's love. His love is boundless. It doesn't stop at the edge of Earth. It extends through the stars, through the galaxies, reaching every corner of the universe. His creation is alive, and He is in it all. That's the beauty of the divine plan, that God's love and His redemption are not bound by the limitations of our understanding. His love is unfathomable, stretching beyond time, beyond space, beyond every barrier we've ever known. And you, yes, you, are part of this magnificent tapestry. You are not alone, and you are not forgotten. You are a child of God, created in His image, meant to reflect His infinite love. And the good news? God's love is for everyone, for all of His creation. Every life, every soul, every being, no matter where they exist in this vast universe, is held in His loving arms. You are not just a speck of dust in a sprawling galaxy. You are a beloved part of His story. And that story is far bigger than you ever imagined. But let's take a moment to realize this truth. His love isn't just for the universe at large. It's for you. It's personal. It's intimate. It's meant to heal you, to carry you through the darkest moments and lift you up in your greatest triumphs. No matter where you are in your life right now, no matter the battles you're facing, no matter the doubts that fill your mind, God's love is there. It is bigger than your fear, stronger than your pain, and it will carry you through. You are held, you are loved, and you are never alone. So I want to ask you something. What does this truth mean for you, in your life, in your heart, right now? Does it change how you see the world? Does it fill you with a sense of hope, a sense of purpose, knowing that you are a part of something divine, something eternal, something magnificent? This is the good news, that God's love doesn't just exist in our world, it surrounds us and it transcends us. Now think about this. How would your life change if you really embraced this truth? How would your perspective shift if you saw every moment, every challenge, every encounter through the lens of divine love, understanding that you are not alone, that you are loved beyond measure? What would happen if you let go of the fear, of the doubt, of the loneliness, and just allowed God's love to fill you? You'd be free. You'd be unstoppable. You'd be filled with a peace that passes all understanding, a peace that transcends every challenge and fills your heart with a divine strength. It's time to shift the way you see the world. It's time to understand that you are part of something greater than yourself. And the best part, you are not just meant to exist in this world. You are meant to live in it, to embrace it, to make an impact that will last not just here, but across the cosmos. Your life is a reflection of God's love. Your actions, your heart, your choices, they all reflect the divine Creator. And when you live with that understanding, everything changes. If you found this truth helpful, if it has touched your heart, if it has given you hope, I want to encourage you to keep this message alive. Share it. Let it be a light in the darkness. And if you feel moved, I ask you to consider showing your support. Every like, every comment, every share helps us spread this message of love, healing, and divine redemption to others. If this video has brought value to your heart, if it's helped you find the light in the midst of darkness, I invite you to support us in bringing more of these messages to those who need them the most. Every small act of support means the world to me. It helps us reach more souls with the truth that God's love is vast, and it's here for all of us. Thank you, from the depths of my heart, for being part of this journey. Your presence here matters, your heart matters, and most importantly, you matter to God. He sees you, He loves you, and He's always with you. Let's continue to walk in this divine light together, because together we are part of something eternal, something divine, something far greater than we could ever imagine.